think someone's feeling anxious. Looks like anxiety's working overtime today. Here, try this inside-out pack. Cut it open. There's a bunch of mystery packs inside. Well, let's pick out the first one to open. Oh, there's a little anxiety inside. We need to get her back in Riley's head. It's always good to keep an open mind. Now we can make an office for the emotions. We'll need a wall and some shelves. Open another pack. It's a coin.
Yes!
Let's use it to buy some gumballs. Try to win as many as you can. Next, we've got marbles. Time to fill up those shelves. A fresh coat of paint will help liven things up. Yeah, it's nice, but kinda empty. Grab some styrofoam. We're gonna carve out a control panel. Just make sure it fits right inside. Now, we need to make the cover. Carve out the grooves and add some paint. Now, it's gonna need some buttons and levers. Use stick-on gems and old sewing needles. Add a lot. After all, emotions are complicated. It's not just for show. Attach a battery below. Connect it to some wires and mini lights. Now we can light up Riley's mind.
Oops.
Think we can find anxiety some teammates? Not sure what that is, but it's making him angry. Well then, we can always customize it. We can just make our own emotions. Complete with a backbone. Cover it up with clay. We can even add some fingers. She's gonna need a dress. Oh, it's starting to look like Joy. And just like that, she's ready for the office. Let's see who's next. This block eraser's already reminding me of anger. Pretty soon, we're gonna start seeing red. He's gonna need a suit to show up at the office. Looking at these surprises, I'd be crying too. Still, we can make something out of these pieces. Of course, she might start feeling a little blue. Draw her a new face. She's gonna be our new sadness. There's just one thing she's missing. A tiny pair of her very own glasses. Now put Riley's scalp back on top. Of course, we can always take a look inside whenever we want.
Ew.
Working through emotions is important. But it sure can be messy work.
Aww.
You know, I don't trust that anxiety. she has her skeletons. This guy's big enough for a whole army of emotions. Now for the secret ingredient, slime. And it's fresh. Don't forget to keep an eye on things. Of course, we're gonna need a lot of nerves. Plus, a few more eyes wouldn't hurt. Here's looking at you, kid. And these nerves double as hair. Oh, save that bottle. It can make a nice jaw. Of course, our skeleton needs some skin for these bones. Wouldn't it be chilly with no skin on? That mouth could use some white, too. And tinfoil. Next, throw in some pink. Now mold into butterfly wings. Remember, don't skip leg day. Get them into shape. Don't forget lip day either. The mouth could use some red. Everything else could use some orange. Get your gloves on. It's time for a little dental work. Want teeth? We'll need to make some room. Uncooked pasta? Guess it's al dente. Paint them white, and it's time for some fillings. Doctor, do you take walk-ins? 4 years in med school, and now he's squeamish? Well, we can't let a good tongue go to waste. Dry mouth? Some UV resin should take care of that. Just shine some light to keep it in place. This tongue's practically a waterfall. Next, take a fork and bend it into place. Cut it too. I think it's time to upgrade those hands. And now you can stand on your own 2 feet. Now add white paint to keep that bleached bone look. Next, it's time for a familiar striped shirt. There's some wear and tear, but rags are in season. And a little muck and grime never really hurt anyone. Wow, you're really uncoming together. Those eyeballs could use a little fuzz. Just look at anxiety in all her new gory glory. Now she's ready to take all those memory orbs. You know, Riley's always got an open mind. And it's just filled with surprises, like new crafting material. Guess Dolly here's getting a little makeover. But don't forget, we're gonna need some teeth. Open wide. Mr. Funnyface here wants to help too. Now let's add some new eyes. We can squeeze in a little rhinoplasty. Now let's check up with our elephant. Careful, it's getting hot in here. Now that is one hot pachyderm. Some toothpicks will make some great spikes. Guess there's a sale on nose jobs today. Hey, TV times for after building. Besides, we can use some wires. Red is your color, but you can't beat basic black. Al dente. In other words, to the tooth. Let's check on Dolly. Now you might feel a slight pinch. Don't worry, we've got new ones ready for you. Let's throw in some legs while we're at it. These new fingers cut straight to the point. A slinky? Ooh, we can use this for ribs. Now cover her up with some foil and clay. Wow, that blue really matches her hair. It's back to our elephant friend. Sand him up, add some color, and throw on some spikes. Don't forget the slime. And tough nails. Ooh, that is one tough apple. But save those teeth. Could also use some eyes. Aw, feeling blue? Speaking of blue, why not try a chain? Let's fix that chip on your shoulder. Some staples and thread should help keep things together. Who's up for a little facial mask? Now add a little something between the eyes. These glasses are a bit cracked, but they'll do. And why don't we undo your do? Ooh, nice sweater. Can we borrow it? It's just what we need for Dolly's new wardrobe. Of course, it could use a little customization. I think this reminds me of our old friend, Sadness. But in a scarier form, I guess. Voila! Dance for the folks at home. Now let's show off our elephant friend. It's always fun with spooky little ghouls like you.